This is the story of a non-magical girl that just happened to end up at Hogwarts and what happened. And, yeah, that's all. Go random girl that ended up at Hogwarts.
Okay, so I was just about to get on a train with my parents. Then I tripped and I fell into a brick wall. And somehow I just made it through. And I saw a train and was like, hey, let me get on it. So I got on the train. And I sat down and this owl came over and pooped on my head. And I was like, who owns an owl? And this dude walked up to me. He's like, you got problems. I'm like, you're holding a stick. So then, for some reason, I think I fell asleep. And I woke up on like this concrete platform. And this woman was standing over me, yelling at me, like telling me to wake up like this. Wake up! Wake up! I was just like, good. So I got up and I walked and I saw like these carriages that were just moving on their own. I'm like, whoa, haunted house, awesome. And then I got really creeped out, so I was just like climbing aboard a carriage, and then I saw like this castle and I was like, cool. So I went inside. And then I went into this room with some tables and they had like names over them, and it was just like Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. So I just sat down on one of the tables randomly, and this dude walked up to me and was like, are you new? And I was like, huh? And just like, you got problems. I'm like, you're holding a stick. So I followed like this crowd to an upper floor with a moving staircase, which like got me freaked out. What I saw it in a video game once. So whatever. So then this dude started talking to a pitcher, and I'm like, you got problems. And he's like, what? And the pitcher's like, what? And I ran away. So then I followed the crowd up to where they were talking to a quite big pitcher. And then the pitcher swung open into like this room, and I was like, cool. So I climbed inside. So then I went upstairs into like this sort of like room thing with some beds in it. So I laid down on one bed because I was getting tired. And this person came up to me and was like, hey, that's my bed. And I was like, okay. So I moved to another bed. And this person came up to me and said, hey, that's my bed. And I moved to another bed. And this person came up to me and was like, hey, it's my bed. And he's just like, you have problems because you keep on moving from bed to bed. And I was just like, you're holding a stick. So I went, in the morning, I woke up, and everyone had gone to like these rooms. I think there were classes, and I was like, whatever. So I walked into this room where there's like this really weird woman teaching. It was sort of like a dungeon room, and this woman had like this man voice, and so she was just like,
Why aren't you wearing your robes?
and I was just like, you're wearing a dress.
I am perfectly aware of what I am wearing.
You're a weird woman.
I am a man. Detention.
Gotcha.
Now go put on your robes.
You know you're holding a stick.
You know you left yours in your dormitory.
I did. Cool. I didn't know I had a stick.
Now
So-
leave before I give you another detention.
Gotcha.
Triple
Okay.
detention.
I'm leaving. So when I went out into the hallway, this woman came up to me, and I'm pretty sure it's a woman this time. And she said, what are you doing after class? And I was like, And she was like, you should be in class. And I was like, you know you're holding a stick. And she was like, stupefy. And then I fell. And now I'm in a coffin, I think. I'm pretty much dead. And I will never forget that night, I guess.